Ah, finally. Something to actually look at. They keep giving me the ugly ones recently. You'd think, as the boss's son, they'd at least give me some eye candy, but no. I started to think that I would need to bring in my own paper bags just to toss them on their heads. But aren't you just something? You actually look good in the restraints. I would almost prefer to keep you in them. But, job to do, father to impress. So, let me remove them for you. Come here. Oh, good girl. Responding to the first order without tantrum. I too like the obedient ones. I can see those shitbags have already taught you the lesson about behaving. They really need to learn to compose themselves and not bruise the merchandise so much. It's almost like they don't want to be paid. Oh, you poor thing. You know not to run and not to fight now, don't you? Good girl. You're probably wondering what's going on here. But all will be explained in due time. So don't panic. Just take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Perfect. So, right now, what I'm going to do is an in-depth medical examination. So, first, tell me your number. Your number. They should have given you a number to go by. They didn't tell you, did they? Useless idiots. My father really needs better help. But it doesn't matter. I already noticed they've tattooed the barcode on the back of your neck. So, I'll just scan that. Come here. And there we go. Let me write this down. Okay. Must be interesting to know that everything anyone could ever want to know about you is just permanently attached to the back of your neck. And the only way to remove it is to cut it out. Trust me. Some have tried. It's not pretty. And I would recommend that you don't try either. It would be like keying a Ferrari, really. But with that out of the way, shall we go down our checklist then, little Miss Ferrari? I know you're stressed. I know it's dark. I know there's a lot of strange men constantly touching you. But trust me when I say, and I know I don't look like the trustworthy type, but just like you, I'm here against my will. I want to get out of this hole as quickly as possible. I'm not interested in keeping you around for any longer than I have to look at you. So, just cooperate with me, and we can go on our way. Can you do that for me, sweetheart? Of course you can. Oh, you are cute when you shoot daggers like that. It's almost like you're trying to make me angry, to keep me around, but you aren't the first. You won't be the last. So, don't bother. It doesn't work on me. I am too clever for your tricks. Now, if you don't mind, we have a job to do. So, first, let me put on my gloves. Can't be risking something infecting me, you know. Now, I'm just going to take your temperature with this ear thermometer. So just hold still one moment. And right. You are surprisingly warm standing in the nude. Now, I'm just going to use my stethoscope and I'm going to listen to your heart and to your lungs. Okay, just relax. Now I'm just going to reach around the back and listen from the back. Don't mind me. So, deep breath in and out. Oh, so well behaved. Good girl. So, you can still pump blood and you can still breathe. So next, I'm just going to make sure that during the transportation that no brain damage occurred in that little skull of yours. Sometimes they can't help themselves, despite being told to be careful with the fragile cargo. You know, the day that I'm in charge, they're all getting fired. But that's neither here nor there. Now, look at me. Oh, big, beautiful eyes. Now tell me, what color are my eyes? Good. Now keep looking at my eyes. What can you see in the left of your vision? What color? Purple. Good. And what can you see on the right? Blue. Not only beautiful eyes, but they work too. Always a bonus. Now I'm just going to start touching the muscles on your face. Just gently palpating your jaw. And your cheeks. And forehead. Just going to touch around your ears, okay? And now I'm just going to gently pull down on your eyelids with my thumbs. And you're not going to let me close them, okay? Good girl. Okay, now close your eyes for me. And now I'm going to try and open them, and I want you to not let me, okay? Perfect. Look at you go. Okay. Now, look up at me. Open your mouth. Wider. And stick out your tongue as far as you can. And just hold it there. Now I want you to breathe through your mouth. In and out. And just keep doing that. So in, out, and harder, faster. Oh, such a good panting puppy. Yeah, no, that wasn't medical. That was just for me. Thank you. Okay. It was a joke. Relax, okay? I'm doing this all day. I need to have some fun sometimes. Anyway. Now, I'm going to rub my hands together beside your ear and then draw it away slowly. And I need you to tell me when you can stop hearing my hand, okay? So, your right side first. Okay. And your other side? Good. Good girl. Okay. Now, I do have this tuning fork, and it's designed to test your sensitivity to certain frequencies. So I'm just going to hit it. It's going to make a little bit of a loud sound, so don't be startled. But let me know if you hear it. Okay, give me 1 second. Did you hear that? Good. And now I'll do the other side. Did you hear that? Good. Well, congratulations. You don't have brain damage. At least not the neurological kind. The other kind, well, we'll find out. So, the next part of our examination is for your body. But you are quite... Well, let's not be cute. You're filthy. And I'm not touching you until you're clean. Remember, this is organized crime. Emphasis on the organized. Part of being organized is hygiene. Plus, dirty products don't sell well. So, I'm going to wipe you down. And I have this wet cloth here. And I'm just going to start with your face, okay? And I'm just going to work my way down. Okay? Okay. I wonder, are you curious about me just yet? I bet you are. It's only natural, of course. What the fuck is the son of a boss doing inspecting product and wiping up dirt like a common grunt. Ridiculous, isn't it? Any lobotomite could do this. But my father, well, he's old school, alright. Strap yourself up with boots or something like that type of old school. He thinks I need to get my shoes muddy, work my way up from the ground like he did, before I'm allowed to do any of the fun stuff. Apparently, I need to, quote, see the business from the inside. Seeing the business from the inside? Well, the inside looks like shit. Bunch of tripe. Bunch of troglodytes. So, I'm forced to work in this hole all day, day in, day out. And this is the last station that I need to master before I get out of here and actually start a real career up in the offices. But, he's been keeping me down here for months. I have inspected hundreds of girls by now. How many more does he need me to do? Does he think I'm not good enough? Look, I know we've had a number of O-grade girls come through recently, but that's hardly my fault. If they're not worth anything beyond their organs, that's not on medical. That is on procurement. I did my days in procurement. Those guys are savages. Fire the lot of them, I say. Half of them just have their way and then dump them lest the boss get too grumpy that all the girls are showing up already beyond repair when they get here. But if you were curious, that's what's happening right now. You are being inspected, and then you will be graded. Don't worry. Just by passing the neuro exam, you're not O-grade. Who knows? Your organs might be trash anyway. But to determine your real grade, we first need to make sure you're not covered in shit, so that we can start the body analysis. But now at least you're semi-presentable. So, I have this marker here. And I have this click counter. My job is to slowly, methodically scan every single part of your body. Every minor defect that I find in your skin, your hair, your nails, your body. That's a click. Every major defect, like a scar, mole, birthmark, you name it, I'm going to circle that with my marker. And then at the end, I'm going to tally them all up. The number of minor and major defects will assist in evaluating your grade and your ultimate worth to the highest bidder. I'll also be taking your measurements with this tape as we go, like height, waist, bust, wrists, neck, all the important ones that buyers would want to know. So I'm just going to start with your face. deserve anything. They treat everything as disposable. They treat my work as nothing better than a factory worker. They don't appreciate anything. I want my turn. I want what's owed to me. Where is my money? Where is my girls? Teach me a lesson, my father says. That's why I'm here. Screw him. I see some of the girls that come through here and they are just something else. They deserve better. They deserve me. When I'm in charge, all of those guys dead. And if they are dead, I'll make sure that they never touch another woman again. You know, I've seen it. You can live your life just fine with no hands. It's difficult, but I've seen it. You know, I've asked my father, just one. Can't I have just one for myself? But no, I'm not allowed. I'm not mature enough. If I'm mature enough to organize them for other men, I'm mature enough to have one for myself. Now, before I properly score you, I need to weigh your breasts. So, I'm just going to come behind you and, with my hands, just feel, touch. Sensitive, are you? You can feel me so close, looming over you. You're so small compared to me. So sensitive, aren't you? God, you're too easy. Turned on by a little bit of feeling. Seriously. In this situation, nude, being inspected by some strange man in a warehouse, and you're being turned on. Make it a bit interesting. Play hard to get a little bit. But anyway, let me tally up your results. That is the lowest score. The lowest score ever. Maybe you are all that. Maybe I should just keep you for myself. After all, who would notice? Some battered girl the same as any other. She goes missing. Nobody knows where. Nobody knows why. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Look at me. Oh, those eyes. This face. That body. I deserve it. They stick me here for months. I deserve some recompense for putting up with these wretched conditions and the wretches that I work with. And you're going to be my compensation. You're going to be my payment, my bonus. It's decided then. You're mine now. So, you should be grateful, rather than being auctioned off to some lecherous old man. you'll get to be my new, beautiful bride. I'm sure that you're smart enough to prefer this option as well, aren't you? So, you're going to happily play along. You are, from now on, just the ditzy girl who couldn't keep her eyes off of me. And I just had no choice. I had to take her in. And Father will be none the wiser. But, I still need to finish this paperwork. Otherwise, they'll find it suspicious if it isn't filed correctly. So, grade. What grade are you, I wonder? Well, let's see. No brain damage. So, you're not a organ grade. And you have the lowest defect marking I've ever seen. So, you can't be F. Furniture grade. You could be sold as human furniture. If lucky, you might be a footstool or a coat rack. At worst, you could be something like a human ashtray. So, moving up, you don't have any apparent health issues. So, you're not a art grade. You're the rich are a bunch of weirdos. They like to have humans standing around their house to act as statues. Creeps me out. So, that leaves us with S grade or M grade. And really at this point, based on your behavior, it's up to me. Are you S, servant grade, or are you M, maid grade? Both are equally the highest and most valuable, but our clients like to know more categorically rather than value-wise. The difference between the two is that a maid is valued for her domestic talents and intellect, able to organize herself, her household, and keep her owner in good emotional company. You know, massage his ego, undress his stresses, relax him, and delight him mentally. A good conversation over dinner type of girl. A servant, on the other hand, is good for the physical maintenance of her owner. She is otherwise pampered, but she is expected to perform and entertain his fantasy at every moment he desires. And based off what you've shown me, I think that you're suited to both. You have the eyes of a deep thinker, but a body which makes me stop thinking. I've never done this before, but actually, why don't you decide? Here, take the clipboard and write the grade you think you deserve, or the grade that you want. me see. Huh. Is that really how you see yourself? Very interesting. Well, I'll have plenty of time to test that theory of yourself. You are now my perfect piece of property. Alright. Well, the paperwork's done. And you've done a great job. I can submit that now. But the problem remains. How do I get you out of here? When I'm done with my part, we put the girls in these crates, and then we have them shipped off to auctioneering. But I know that shipping isn't done until very early in the morning, with the early shift. Now, I do know there is a gap between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. There's nobody here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in a crate, then we're going to seal it, and then at 2 a.m., when nobody else is here, I'm going to pry it open, get you out, and we'll walk out of here. Nobody will be none the wiser. I know it's going to be scary. It's going to be dark. But trust me, baby. Okay. So, if you wouldn't mind stepping into here. Oh, such a good girl. I know I picked right. So, just relax in here and at least try and get some sleep. Here, take my jacket to keep warm. It does get really cold here overnight. I promise I'll be back